Hey everybody, so welcome to not really a vlog, but it's gonna be vlog style. I have had so many questions over the years about meal planning, how we plan all the food that we get, etc., etc. And so I thought I would kind of walk you through my food menu meal planning process. And we're gonna do it very casually because I've written blog posts about it. And let's face it, it's not like I do anything that's like earth-shattering, new, exciting, never been seen before. There are a few things that, maybe I'll show you that you're like, oh, that's not a bad idea, but let's face it. I mean, meal planning is the most simple of tasks. So simple but really annoying. It is not one of my favorites. If you've read any of my other meal planning or Menu Monday type posts, you'll know I don't like to meal plan, but I know that meal planning is something that saves us money, saves me time, saves me some aggravation. So yeah, so let me show you what I do. It's been a long time since I've held a camera, like vlog style, because my arm's starting to hurt. Okay, so one of the first things that I do before I start meal planning is actually plan for the week. I generally do meal planning on Sundays, so I like to plan for the week ahead before I start to meal plan, because obviously what you're up to for the week dictates what you have time to make, whether or not you're gonna have late dinners one night, whether or not you need quick dinners versus, dinners that can take a little time to make, that kind of thing. And I generally just plan dinners. We eat kind of the same sort of stuff for breakfast every day. My husband eats the same lunch every day. The kids and I basically eat just kind of whatever we can find in the fridge for lunches ourselves. So I'm really just planning dinners plus whatever we're out of. But yeah, first step is really just planning for my week. And I do that with the phone, look at a shared calendar that my husband and I have. I look at his work schedule. I ask him, do you have anything going on? And just kind of map out what's going on for the week. Then I can fill in the blanks with my meals and kind of start planning that way. Let me show you some of my tools. So when I'm meal planning, there are a few things I grab. I grab my phone, and then whatever planner notebook thing I'm doing. Right now I'm doing a bullet journal, so I don't have that out right now, but I also get my printable where I plan the meals. Now this one I'll link for you. I've linked it many times. This is my favorite. I change often to see if there's a better one, but I like having these little printables. I print a bunch of them at once. But space for meals on this side, and you can even split these bigger daily sections up and have like breakfast, lunch, dinner sections if you wanted. But then it also has a shopping list side, which I have used before. But now that I order my groceries online, I don't need this as much. But yeah, this is one of my favorite printables for meal planning. Little tip, if you enjoy using these shopping list sides, then what I like to do sometimes is plan my menus and write every single ingredient that I'm going to need to make the meals that I've planned for, down to like the olive oil. Even if I have olive oil, I still write it down. Sorry, phone buzzes. And then I just save this menu. So I've got the shopping list that I can pull out and for the next time I want to use this menu again. And yeah, I have a little folder that I save menus for, and yeah, so that's helpful if I ever need some inspiration. I'll also write at the top whether it's a spring summer menu or a fall winter menu if I want to reuse. But sometimes our weeks are crazy enough that I just won't reuse it. But this is the printable that I use. I generally bring a cookbook over that I'm loving at the moment, and then my computer for Pinterest, which is up right now, and then to order my groceries when it's time to order. So let's get planning. So after I've gone through and planned my week, I generally write down any hotspot things that I need to remember on the meal planning sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So if you're like me and hate trying to get inspiration for meals, one thing that helps me is having particular meals on particular days. So I know, so I can just have a couple already planned ahead of time. So Thursday nights, we always have our date night, so I don't have to cook. I just have to throw something together for the kids, and that's never planned. Then Friday night, we always have haystacks, or basically build your own taco salads. So we always have that. So I don't know why my hand just twitched there, but my hand had a good old twitch. But yeah, so this we always have on Friday nights, so that's easy, especially in the summertime. On Saturday at our church, we often have potluck, so there's that covered. I still have to think of what to bring, but there's that. And then on Sundays, we have frozen pizzas. So really, I've just got 3 days to really plan for and think of what to cook. So having particular meals on particular days really does help with thinking through what to make, what not to make. That really helps. And then generally speaking, there's often a meal that I'm like craving, because I tend to make things based on like craving. What am I feeling like right now? So I'm actually really in the mood for a classic summer meal: hot dogs, potato salad, and watermelon. So I'm definitely adding that to the list. And then I'm gonna look on Pinterest and in one of my favorite recipe books and see if I can find something that looks delicious. So nothing earth-shattering here as far as Pinterest. I have one pin on my Pinterest board, and you can visit it too if you need inspiration, but this Goodies dinner board is where I pin anything new that I want to try or things that I have loved. I've also got a board that I share with friends, new recipes we've tried and loved. So once a month, my friends Whitney and Whitney at Polka Dotty Place and Come Home for Comfort, we have a post of all of our favorite new recipes that we've tried. Mine are usually new recipes from Pinterest, and then the other girls share recipes that they've tried or created new recipes, etc. I wish I was as clever as them, but we often pin like the best of the best new recipes on that board. So that's another place I like to check. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into my dinner one and just kind of have a quick scan, see if anything is speaking to me. Anything looking delightful. Oh, this was really good. This almond butter tofu stir fry was amazing. That kind of sounds good. So this recipe here is an old one that we have loved for years. And I don't have anything except for the taco salad part. Don't have anything that is Mexican yet. So I think I'm gonna add this one. So I'm actually gonna open up the recipe in my browser and then find something else. I'll leave that there to open and I'll grab the ingredients in a second. So I also tend to just do one recipe book at a time. I get really into one, and so I sort of just pull one out, even though I got a bunch of them. But this is my new favorite right now, Love Real Food by Catherine Taylor. She is author of my favorite food blog, Cookie and Kate. So a lot of my favorite recipes come from her blog, but her cookbook is just as delightful. Oh, I'll open up right to the margaritas page. But I'm just going to give this a quick flip through and see. Oh, that looks delightful. See if anything sticks out. Roasted eggplant would be good, but it's a little hot for that. Oh, that sounds good. I don't know. I'm going to flip through and see if I find a good recipe. Okay, this is a recipe I think I'm going to make. This roasted cauliflower with kale spaghetti. It looks really delicious, and I haven't made it yet. And I like to have at least one pasta each week because kids love spaghetti. And let's face it, so do I. But this one looks good, and I haven't tried it yet. So a win. You just need to add to my list. All right, so my sheet is all filled out now, and a couple things I do on my sheet to help me remember later. If it's from a recipe book, I kind of abbreviate the recipe, the book, and then write the page number that the recipe is on so I remember. And then if it's coming from Pinterest, I put a little P so I remember. And yeah, and I always write the exact title of everything, so in case I can't find it, I can always search. But that helps. And then anything else interesting? Nope, everything else is coming from either my memory or my recipe box. So I know where to find everything. Woohoo! So now it's time to do the grocery part. So the grocery part is something I've talked about a lot, especially since having William, having 2 kids. If you do not have a grocery store in your town where you can online order your groceries and then just drive over and pick it up, you need to do a little more research and see if you can find it. Walmart definitely has this service. So if you have like a super Walmart near you, chances are they'll do this. But if you are in the South, like I am, Harris Teeter definitely does it. And that is now my like favorite thing to do. Even in the summertime where I have a little more time to go grocery shopping and a little more flexibility, I still order my groceries online and just drive over and pick them up because the time that we save is huge. My kids both enjoy going grocery shopping, but I don't want to spend an hour in the grocery store finding everything. And plus, I tend to spend more money in the grocery store when I'm wandering the aisles. So this way, it assures me that I buy exactly what I need, and I'm not overspending. And there are a couple things that I do when I order my groceries online. And so once I've got my menu planned, I literally go onto this website and order all my groceries, add it in my little shopping cart over here, and then I just, you know, like anything else ordering online, you check out, say when you want to go pick them up. Usually it's the next day, and I just drive over at my time and pay for it there. They throw it in my car. It's so convenient. But then this, if I'm doing a lot of Pinterest recipes, then I usually save them all on my browser in a tab, and then I can easily just look at the recipe ingredients here and add them while I'm doing my online shopping. So it makes it very, very handy. So it's a very detailed sneaky peek into how I do menu planning. As I say, it's not rocket science. It's not like I do something that's earth-shattering, but there are a couple things that I've learned to save myself some time. Mainly the online ordering is so easy. Saving your menus is also helpful because the hardest part for me is coming up with the inspiration of what to cook. Thankfully, Pinterest, recipe books, all that kind of stuff helps with inspiration, but sometimes you start like, I don't even remember what our favorite foods are anymore. So you can definitely use different tools to your advantage, which is nice. But yeah, can't complain. Menu planning is a pain, but it saves you a lot of time in the long run. So if you're not doing it, you need to be. And if you're out of the habit, get back in the habit. Says the girl that has a menu plan for like 4 weeks, and I'm suffering from it. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'll link up all the other blog posts I've written on menu planning for you and any other videos that I've done. I think I've mentioned it a couple times here and there, and it's sort of like a little bit of the process, but I'll link everything up for you so you can check out other things to help give you more inspiration. But the biggest takeaway is find out where you can order your groceries online. Just do it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!